Y'all, I have zero idea of what I'm getting into. I was watching someone play a visual novel rhythm game, and I said, bruh, I want to play a visual novel. I tried looking for one with the where I didn't have to read what the characters were saying. Uh, th- th- that's more rare than you think. That is truly more rare than you think. I couldn't find one. But I found a visual novel, a romance visual novel, apparently. That's about VTubers. I don't know what I'm on about. I found one, a visual novel, and I was like, seems cool. It also, as we could see on the screen, VTuber Connect contains depictions and mentions of sensitive topics, including depression, anxiety, and self-hate. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh, this gonna hit, ain't it? I don't know if I'm gonna upload this on the main channel or on Destroyer Unlimited. Point is, here we go. A visual novel I'm playing on the channel. Never thought I'd do that. Bruh. Wait, what's this? Save game settings. Hold on, can I? Because this is full screen. Okay, thank you. Full screen. What does this look like for y'all? Okay, that's it's so quiet. Why so quiet? Okay, hold on. Oh, for the love of... I see how it is. I see how it is. I... Game? Can I... Hold on. Hold on. Well, the screen's just gonna be small for me. Because otherwise it doesn't seem like y'all can see it if I go full screen. Text speed? Auto forward? Can y'all even see my mouse? Oh, you can. Oh, and the screen got messed up again. Fixed. 2 minutes in, nothing has been accomplished. We ball. Save game. I gotta manually save. Skip choices. After choices. All messages. I have no idea what any of this is. Put it like that. Put it like that. uh. Are you sure you want to quit? No. How do I go back? Oh, that's how I go back. What's this? Dialogue history? Okay. Y'all, I've never played like a visual novel like this before. I've played Punishing Gray Raven. And this ain't gonna be like Punishing Gray Raven, is it? This will be nothing like Punishing Gray Raven, y'all. Yeah, I highly doubt it'll be like Punishing Gray Raven. Will it be Punishing VTubers? Hey, we all like VTubers. Is there no we? Is it just me? Is it just me? I think I'm subscribed to like about 100 VTubers. First VTuber I saw, Gargura. Yes, we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, yes, I know. I know where she is now. Anyway, start game. Oh, this gonna hurt. Oh, this pain gonna be real. The sounds of heavy armor clash off for the love. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I got it to be full screened. Wait, I got it to be full screened, but I think hold on. Wait, I did. I got it to be full screened. Hopefully there'll be nothing important where the black bars are. Y'all can't see it, but anyway. The sounds of heavy armor clashing steel and furious button mashing fill the air. Oh. POV, me and Wuthering Waves. Is that a play button? The girl in front of me is deeply focused, rhythmically. Did I also mention, sometimes for some reason, I can't read in when I make videos. I can't read. So we gonna be here for a while. The girl in front of me is deeply focused, rhythmically bobbing her head to match with her character's actions. This is the final boss of the video game she's been trudging through for over 50 hours of in-game time. My eyes are glued to the chaotic but methodical. I swear I know how to say methical. Okay, maybe I haven't. Wow. Somebody out there probably really likes this game, and they're gonna have to. And if they really want to watch this, they're probably gonna have to listen to me not know how to read methodical movements of the characters in game. I've not eaten this entire day, but this is the conclusion to a month-long journey of constant revives, unlucky deaths, and cathartic victories. I will either see this fight to the end, or I will try trying. Who is talking? Is that the protagonist? Is that the main character? Is that us? Please end this soon, though. I'm actually starving. Wait. This sort of be me. This sort of be me when a VTuber is streaming. They be about to wrap up stream. I'm like, come on. I feel like sleeping. I will stay up for a whole live stream. I'd be like, come on, please, wrap up the stream. I feel like sleeping. Of course, the VTuber's not keeping me from sleeping, but at the same time, sleep or VTuber. The towering figure slashes at the player character on screen, but the attacks are met with perfectly timed rolls. Suddenly, the boss contorts its body to slash behind itself, landing a direct blow to the player. Did you forget about that attack pattern? He just like me. That's exactly what I probably would have said. Oh no, she's one hit away from death. If she dies here and restarts again, that means another 10-minute long dance where she has to dodge 10 attacks for every one attack she gets in. Also, another 10 minutes where I get the urge to backseat and don't get to eat. Why is this so real? I will never backseat in anybody's stream unless asked to. But oh my. The urge to backseat is strong sometimes, you know? The starry-eyed girl starts leaning forward in true gamer fashion to indicate that she's completely focused. Hey y'all, she locked in. She's in shrimp mode. Leaning forward, she in shrimp mode, y'all. Locked in. Within the game, the armored player manages to land a successful string of hits. The health bar of the boss almost drops to 0, but there is not enough time to get another hit in before the boss can retaliate. Showing perfect restraint, the girl manages to roll away in time to dodge the counterattack. This is it. A sliver of health on both sides. Any one successful hit will mean victory. The boss leaps into the air. The player character paces back and forth as if to accurately measure the distance between them and the descending foe. Right before the moment of the landing, the player rolls immediately to the side. Weave. She hit that though. Anticipating the follow-up attack, another roll is performed in immediate succession. The timing ends up being flawless as there's now a golden opportunity to strike. The sword of the armored character is brought down, slashing through the boss monsters. The boss falls to its knees and starts disintegrating. Finally! Hey, she did it! This character, like the guy, I didn't pick up his name. Hold on. Okay, I can't pick up his name. I'll pick up his name when he pops back up, but he's so real. I immediately start clapping in joy that both the girls and my immediate suffering has come to an end. It's done! The girl's body sinks back to indicate that she's expended most of her energy. But that is so real as well. This be me. Exactly after an intense boss fight, like finally. Some boss fights will have you out of breath. A monologue from the armored character starts playing to indicate that the end of the journey. No, indicate the end of the journey, not the end. That the end of the. You know what I meant. The end credits start rolling as the screen fades away to black. Ah, that was a great game. It truly was. I still didn't get that guy's name. Does it ever say his name? I don't know. I'll check. I'll find out soon. I cross my arms as I nod my head in agreement. It took a while, but it's finally over. I really loved the feel of the controls. It felt like I had complete agency over my character's movements. That's a term. That's a phrase. Complete agency. That's a phrase people use. Oh, Shoma. Stomach? Shoma. Inoue? Gav? Nah, not twink enough. I can tell they put a lot of effort into the way that the character moves. It also helped that the quality of the soundtrack, art, and direction made for an overall immersive experience. And the female lead? Just look at her design. I was basically drooling the entire game. I might draw some fan art of her later. Of course you would. Why is he so mean? I mean, he even got the glasses. He's a bit lighter on the complexion, though. This may go on Destroyer Unlimited. I think I can say whatever I want here. I probably will still limit myself. Same? No, she's mine. That's how it be. Dang. I didn't think it would take me this long to finish the game. Alright, I might stop here for today, since I have some stuff I should get done today. But first, I might step outside and take a walk. Step outside. He's just me. He's just me. I would 100% say this. You know what, better yet? Any VTuber fan would say this. Anybody who watches a VTuber would respond to a VTuber saying they're gonna take a walk. Like this. You know, unless the VTuber's known for going outside more than not. Yes, I'm doing what they call touching. When did this game come out? Shocking, I know. But actually, I went downtown yesterday for the first time in a while. It was because the new line of graphics cards had come out not too long ago. I was trying to buy 2 for myself. But guess what? They were only letting people buy 1. I mean, I understand why they'd only let people buy 1. Makes sense, given they're normally sold out in most places. See? I know it's because of the shortage, but still. The employee actually looked annoyed with me that I wanted to buy 2. Greedy. Maybe he thought I was a scalper and was part of the reason that there's a shortage. You know? I think that. Not saying she looks like a scalper, but I think that. If I was the employee. I was told that I would have to wait a month before buying another one. I think I might just look online and order them instead. I would think you could just ask someone to go with you and have them buy one as well. But I guess I shouldn't be talking. Ask a friend? Nah, I don't want to inconvenience other people. Okay, who was the one who said I have no friends? Oh no. We're in sync, Shoma. I'm too tired to hunt you down. I'll spare you for today. There wouldn't have been any problems if there was someone with me, though. Why don't you come with me next time? Teehee. No, I'm never doing teehee ever again. That's the one teehee you're getting. Okay, why the cringe responses? I said teehee. Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye! No! What do you mean no, buddy? Wasn't it you were hungry? Yeah, that's right. Feel bad about it. No, but actually, I have to get going now. Ending the stream here. I'll catch up to the super chats tomorrow. Ah, yes, the super chats. Thank you to everybody who subscribed, donated, and came to watch at any point. Oh yeah, and I want to remind everyone that my anniversary stream is in 9 days. That's weird. I would have expected her to sound a bit more excited about her anniversary. Maybe she's just a bit tired. How long has she been playing this game? Thanks again for coming to Mana's stream. Bye-bye. I close the lid of my laptop as I get up to stretch the muscles I've neglected to use for the day. Nah, I was like, is that a Roxy? Figurine? You know, from Musuka Tensei? What are half of these posters of? Give me that katana right now, though. Not that I use them much anyway. Neither do I. Another day, another great Mana stream. I can't believe it's almost her first anniversary. It's hard to imagine that she's been able to grow so much in such short amount of time. It's only been half a year since I've started watching her, but I've made sure to make it to every single stream. Man, I wish I could. I wish I could do the exact same thing, but I'm like, no, I see too many people streaming at once, so I'm like, I gotta pick and choose. Yes, I can watch the streams at once, but can I comprehend everything is the true question. Which hasn't been an easy road. I could feel myself almost transcending my human form during one of her subathons. But this is what being a Mana fan means. Walk this harsh path of silent, hole-digging endurance streams and meme song karaoke sessions along with her. Sometimes we are graced with situation, ASMR streams, or professionally made song covers. I suppose I can check out some of the other VTubers I follow while Mana is offline. That is exactly what I do. That is exactly what I do. One VTuber is offline. Alright, who's streaming? It really sucks when none of them are streaming. And you know what? It gets real crazy to me when none of them are streaming, because I'm like, are you serious? I'm subscribed to like over 50 of y'all. How can none of y'all be streaming at this one time? I know all of them are, you know, all VTubers are like all across the world, so it's like not all of them. Actually, no, that's a reason to expect at least one to be streaming. So what the heck is wrong? Whatever. I still haven't eaten today. But if streams are not watched live, then what is the point? Exactly. I'll watch a old live stream, of course, but that's more rare than me watching a usual live stream, because I just like watching them live. Watching a recording of a stream after the fact is akin to watching an anime months or even years after it's aired. I think you're right. You miss the experience of having live reactions and being in the moment. People would have already moved on to the next thing to talk about after a stream ends. Oh my flarkin. Somebody knows what a VTuber fan is. The writers of this game understood a VTuber fan perfectly. Because this just be me. This just be me. Like the live reactions, everything. It's just better that way. better to get a live reaction than, you know, one from years ago or something, you know? I scroll through the list of currently live VTubers. Born too late to explore the Earth, born too early to explore the universe, born just in time to live through this VTuber boom. Did this game come out in 2020? Because that's when the big VTuber boom was happening. That's when I found out about Gura and a bunch of HoloLive and then a bunch of other VTubers. I truly am living in the best timeline. You know, the duality of everything. The best timeline was 2020. Hear me out. The best timeline was 2020. Now that's why I said the duality of things. 2020, insane amount of VTubers showing up. Bad part, COVID. I pick up my ringing phone to see a familiar name displayed. Yoko. His sister? No, he would have said Nason, right? I don't know, man. What's up? Shoma! That's what I should be asking you. Have you spent all day watching VTubers again? Of course not. I stepped outside to take out the trash earlier today. You haven't eaten a bite today yet either, have you? If this is his sister, she knows him well. I have been consuming the entertainment media of live streaming. Quite filling, if you ask me. Oi! Don't make me come over there and punch you. Look here, I know it's the first summer after you've entered college, but how long do you expect to just watch VTubers all day? This isn't a phase, it's a lifestyle. Besides, I watch anime and play video games as well. Oh my freaking, nah, he just like me. And it's not like my grades are bad. Nah, he just like me. It's not your academic performance that I'm worried about. Have you given up on trying to make friends? Oh, he just like me. I know with the recent pandemic. Oh, Flark, this is centered in 2020, or at least some time around 2020. Had to. It might have been more difficult to meet new people, and you might not have found what you were looking for in your first semester. But you still should make an effort to try and form some meaningful relationships. Okay, this game has to have been 2019, 2020, or 2021. I have been forming meaningful relationships. Just with streamers instead. Seeing that's that parasocialness. Okay, I can't call on me. I ain't nothing like this guy though. I ain't nothing like him. Hold on now. Why go through the pains of in-person relationships when I can just spend my time in the comfort of my room? Okay, he's me again. There's no worrying about having to awkwardly acknowledge people if you make eye contact, or wondering if asking them for a favor will inconvenience them. He's just me. We both know that those are two very different things. There are some things you can't get out of watching a streamer that you can get from interacting with people. I can't be like you. I don't come off as friendly or amiable unless I'm really forcing myself. He just like me. I don't know this word though, so I probably butchered it. Compared to me, you get along with everybody pretty effortlessly because of your positivity and kindness. You don't have to be like me. I guarantee you there are people out there that like you for you. And what you said isn't completely true. I have plenty of struggles of my own in my own relationships, and there are people out there that I don't get along with, despite me trying. You have your own unique qualities that will allow you to connect with people. I actually did go to a meetup recently. It was a week ago. I couldn't connect with any of the people I met. They would just talk to me about sports or their classes. There's nothing wrong with those topics, but I couldn't relate at all. They just seemed so carefree and uninspired. Like they were just going with the flow of life without any issues. They couldn't relate to my own interest either. It took less than an hour for me to become exhausted from all of it and go home. I hear the sound of a long sigh escape from Yokone's mouth. don't you think that there's more to them than what they were just showing on the surface to someone they had just met? Even if they had some deep-seated passions or problems in their lives, they wouldn't want to show them to someone they had just met, right? Listen to her, Shoma. Yoko knows what she's talking about. Of course, I'm not expecting you to make friends with anybody and everybody. I think having a few intimate relationships that you value and take comfort in is completely fine. Trying to make more friends isn't necessarily always better. I get what you're saying, but can I really be expected to try and get to know each person on the chance that I might like them? I'm fine as it is just watching VTubers for my fill of relationships. Oh my boy. Oi. Yes, I said boy. Now I'm saying oi, which I know is just hey. Oi. Shoma. Touch grass, boy. I'm gonna drag him outside. And that's crazy. I don't even want to go outside. Look, I'm still really appreciative that you ended up picking up this lifestyle change. Before then, I know you weren't in the best headspace. VTubers helped you more than I ever could, and I'm grateful for that. It's true. I was powerless when you needed support, and I don't want that to happen again. It's apparent that you enjoy watching VTubers, and that's completely fine. But I don't think those are the only interactions you should have. Could you at least try to make an honest effort again to try and meet some people? Like maybe joining a club or going to a local event. Please, for me? Alright. But in exchange, I don't want you blaming yourself for how I felt back during winter break. Sounds like a deal. By the way, I'll be in town briefly for business in a few days. I'll stop by your place, so let's grab dinner that night. Sure thing. Just call me beforehand when you're on the way instead of barging in like you usually do. How cruel. You should be glad your older sister comes for a surprise visit. Okay, I know my Japanese words. Some at least. I know some. Okay, I know some. I know ni is brother, and I know ne is sister. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention, remember that time I asked you for some recommendations for VTubers because I was curious? I finally got around to checking some of them out. Oh? Can't say this is personally my thing. I didn't really get much of what was going on. I don't really play video games, so I didn't understand any of the gaming streams, while a lot of the others were mainly chatting about topics I didn't really understand. It can be like that sometimes. Sometimes an inside joke may happen and you don't know. But you stick around that VTuber long enough, you'll find out the inside joke. Some clips I saw just consisted of really simple things, like a girl sitting down on a chair or another falling down off camera. There was another clip of a girl saying, what's up with that? Was it FAQ or was it 5? Don't question it. Maybe there's some VTuber lore that I'm not picking up on. The irony is lost when I have to explain it. What does that mean? Hey, Oshoma, what does this mean? I'm gonna look this up later. But that's about what I expected. I even told you that you wouldn't understand much. Hey, I wanted to try and understand your interest a bit more. Can't say I understand any better after checking it out, though. That's alright, as long as this is something you personally take solace in. Just remember that there are other things out there that can bring you happiness. Anyway, I gotta go now, so let's catch up in a few days. Sounds good. See you later. Bye-bye. I laid my phone on my desk and let out a sigh. That sister of mine, she really doesn't have to worry about me so much. That's just like her. I feel a peace of mind when I know she's looking out for me. I guess I can try and follow her advice, but I'm not really expecting much. Even if I did, it would probably end up being something superficial. I'ma pretend I know what superficial means. I'm gonna use my context clues on that one. I know superstitial. Superstitial? Is that even a word? I know superstition. I've heard superficial a bunch of times. Never questioned what the word meant until today. The type of relationship where we would pretend to care about each other's interests and only associate with each other when there's something to be gained. I'm sorry, what? It would probably be something superficial. Oh. This is why I stick to watching VTubers. There's no expectation for me to live up to a certain standard, aside from behaving in chat. True. These streamers share my passions and interests, so I won't be judged or misunderstood for what I do. I don't expect people I meet off the street to be able to understand me. I let out a long sigh and look out the window. I might as well stop by the convenience store to grab a bite. There should also be a new issue of the weekly VTuber magazine. I heard Mana will be on this edition's cover. Wait, no. VTuber Connect. But like, no. Wait. What'd I just say? I meant Mana. Anyway. Mana, is that famous that she would be on a magazine? Cool. And it's only been, what, a year? Crazy. I'm greeted by the harsh glare of the sun as I get my first exposure of sunlight for this. Just like me. I arrive at the local store located a few blocks down from my apartment. As I approach the magazine section, I see a figure of a girl staring at the last copy of the VTuber magazine. I immediately notice the dark circles under her eyes, reflecting the wary aura that's exuding from her. I'm sorry. The way aura is in, like, our lingo. Hey, Sung Jinu got that aura. So it's just, every time I hear the word aura or see the word aura, it's just okay. Wary aura that's exuding from her. Even I don't ever look that dead inside when my donations get ignored. This might be a grim reminder of the harsh realities of the 3D world. It's a stark contrast to the positive atmosphere of VTuber streams. What a way to look at things. I mean, he's sorta right. In a way. Just a bit. She appears to be lost in thought, staring at the image of Mana on the cover of the magazine. Is she staring? She looks like she's sleeping. She notices my presence and turns my way. Oh, sorry. Did you want the last copy of the VTuber magazine? Wow, even her voice sounds like she's dead inside. I'm so used to hearing voices full of life monsters. Oh my. That I didn't realize that people could sound like this. Yes, people could sound like this. Were you going to buy it? If you were, then that's alright. No, that's okay. You want it? Huh. I guess she's being nice and letting me have it. Really? I had no idea. Joma? I was about to say John. Who the flark is John? Thanks. Yeah, I was planning on getting it. Well, in that case, I'll be buying it first. Huh? Yeah, huh? Jokes. You can take it. This girl. I guess she does have a bit of life in her. A bit? Thanks. I take an extra caution. Yeah, okay, I take an extra caution picking up the magazine in case she tries to mess with me some more. I take an extra caution. Oh, that was me. I don't know why I autofilled N. No, it's just I take extra caution. Why'd I autofill that? But she just looks at me. Let me read the whole thing. I take extra caution picking up the magazine in case she tries to mess with me some more. But she just looks at me with a smug smile. So you're a fan of VTubers? That's an understatement. VTubers are my lifeblood. No. No? Just curious. Why do you like VTubers? offering a chance for me to talk about my favorite thing in the world. Say no more. First off, there's an implicit assumption that these people with anime avatars are going to share a common interest in Japanese entertainment media. True. I automatically build a connection with them because of that, as well as the immediate attraction that I have to a well-designed model. Also true. Next, oh my freaking. Next, VTubers often have a wide breadth of talents, including drawing, singing, dancing, and voice acting, which appeals to people. VTubers are just generally entertaining people that are nice to be around. When I'm watching a VTuber stream, it's almost like I'm hanging out with them. Overall, VTubers are just these incredible bundles of character and talent. It's almost otherworldly. I beam with pride at my detailed explanation, but I met with the blank expression. I see. She doesn't look very impressed by my explanation. I'm starting to think I might have creeped her out a little. I want to say you just weirded her out, but wouldn't weirding somebody out and creeping them out sort of be the same thing? Maybe I should have said I like them because they're cute or funny. But hey, she was the one who asked. That is true. That is true. Say, have you ever thought that these VTubers aren't real? What? Tell me more. This is crazy. We gotta tell the press. We gotta. Anyway, huh? What do you mean? There are real people behind these avatars. That's true though. The avatars, depends how you look at it. The people behind the VTuber avatars are definitely real though. Most of them. Neuro-sama, I'm staring at you. Is the swarm still homeless? Or is Neuro back? I think she's back. Her and Vidal. Or is the swarm still homeless for real? I'm serious. I'll check later. I know, but what if that VTuber persona is not really who they are? What if the person behind them acted completely differently? It's almost like the VTuber doesn't actually exist as a person. I pause at the abruptness of this question. This typically wouldn't be the type of questions that you would ask someone you just met. But I don't like the implications that are being made about VTubers, so I'll bite. Well, I don't doubt that there are differences in the way that people present themselves on stream and the way that people act in their personal lives. This is true. Not just for VTubers, but literally for anybody that, you know, streams, make videos, YouTube, Twitch, maybe TikTok, I don't know. But yeah, YouTube, Twitch, heck, Kick, I don't know. This is true for anybody who makes content. I mean, unless it's vlogging. No, I think for vlogging, that still happens. I think that's still I think somebody still shows a completely different side to them, even when vlogging, but what do I know? People act differently depending on the situation, like how to act in front of strangers versus how you act at home. That is also true. That's true for VTubers as well. He's speaking facts. He got them facts. I guess it also depends on their situation. Why are they act differently? Why are they act different? Oh, acting. I can't read. Why are they acting differently? That's true. What about this? You have a person that acts a certain way, but for the sake of playing a VTuber persona, they have to adopt a different personality and act in a way that they usually never would. Would you consider that VTuber to not be real? That the person was just playing a character? Lark. The idea that an idolized VTuber isn't actually real is one that wouldn't sit well in anybody's minds. But, thinking about it, there's some validity.
I swear I've said this word before. Validity. No, I said it right. Why don't I know how to say it? Felt off when I said it. I don't know. Validity to that idea. I watch VTubers all the time, but I always just assumed that there was a person behind the avatar that acted that same way. Bruh. As much as I hate to admit, I guess there's always the possibility that there might be a real person behind the avatar who's just playing a part. But does that necessarily mean that the VTuber isn't real? What would even constitute them as being real? This is making my head hurt. I guess there's an argument to be made that because there isn't a person that would act that way completely naturally, that identity might not be real. But at the same time, it's pretty difficult for a person playing a character to hide their individual quirks and mannerisms, even if they're adopting a completely different personality. Hold on. One of these videos I said... This video is coming out before the video I said this. When I read things, I don't think I really be taking things in. Don't worry, I'm paying attention though. I'm paying attention here. I swear. I know everything. Yeah, it is. It is. This part. He right. That might just end up being a different side of a person. Yeah, okay. I see. I don't think it's exactly as simple as separating yourself from the part that you might be forced to play. There will likely always be a part of that person that shows. At the very least, in the minds of the fans, the experiences and memories they have with that VTuber aren't real. Maybe that's what matters. Hey y'all, he's speaking facts. Did you take that line from your favorite anime? You got me. But there is some truth to it. I don't want to believe that my experiences with the VTuber would all be for nothing because the person behind the avatar is just playing a part. Well, it wouldn't necessarily be for nothing. It's just that I'm sure a lot of fans would feel betrayed if that wasn't who a VTuber actually was. And the VTuber themselves might not be able to act the way they want or do the things they normally do. Speaking of which, I also want to ask, would the motivations of the person behind a VTuber avatar even make a difference? Say you have a person who's really shy, but they want to be able to put themselves out there and be more open. So they use a VTuber avatar to reinvent themselves and be a more outgoing person. Then you have another person who's shy, but they take solace in that and want to continue being shy as a VTuber. But they're forced to play the personality of an outgoing person, maybe because the agency they joined forced them to. Can both of the VTubers in those scenarios still be considered to be the person's self? I ain't gonna lie, she got me thinking too, Shoma. She got me thinking. Hold on. Speaking of, would the motivations of the person behind make a difference? Say, who's really shy, but they want to be able to put themselves out there and be more open. Says, Yeah, she got me too, bro. My gut reaction is to say that the VTuber persona of the person who voluntarily plays that personality is more real, and obviously themselves. But even if someone didn't want to play that outgoing personality, that might still be themselves acting in that way. And they might find themselves naturally becoming more outgoing, and therefore that becomes their self. The first example definitely seems like it's someone who's themselves when VTubing though. It did. Like, what was it again? Hold on. Like I said, I swear I'm paying attention. Yeah, a person who's really shy, but they want to put themselves out there to be more open. Yeah. They're shy, but they want to put themselves out there to be more open. Yeah, it seems like it. But if they only act that way when they adopt that VTuber identity, then is that really themselves? Isn't that similar to putting on a superhero suit? Or transforming into a magical girl? I mean, Shoma, again, speaking facts. I've watched enough magical girl anime to know the answer to that. And I've watched enough Super Sentai and Kamen Rider to know that. Transforming empowers the girls to perform feats that they otherwise might not have had the courage to do. But their true strength was always in their hearts, regardless of transformation. I can say the same about Kamen Rider. Now if I brought Kamen Rider Gav into this. Listen, if you know Kamen Rider Gav, you know. But, yeah. Yeah, the same can be said for Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and Magical Girls. Or just literally any superhero. Oh, that's interesting. The fact that you watch Magical Girl shows, that is. Let the boy breathe. Not what you said. Let him breathe. I hope by interesting you mean that with a positive connotation. There's nothing wrong with watching Magical Girl anime as a young male adult. I find the stories to be inspiring. He's so real. No matter what you... Hey, honestly, as long as you entertained, by all means, watch it. Don't matter. TV never had a set gender. Okay, that if I said never, that'd be a lie. But it's 2026. Watch what you want to watch, dog. Flark, I'm finna go watch My Little Pony. That's a joke. I was trying to watch My Little Pony, though. Oh, I agree. I just wish it was that simple in reality. Or maybe it really is that simple. I'm just overthinking things. Last question. Does the audience's perception of the VTuber's identity matter in determining if that identity is real? It's taken me a while to think about these answers because to me it's like it's not just Shoma getting the question. Even though I've been considering Shoma to be me, it's, you know, I'm also getting the question, so I'm like, dang. She got a point. Chat, what we think? Chat, what we think, y'all? I don't follow. Yeah, I'm stuck too. Shoma is truly just me. You know why he wasn't Twink? Hold on, watch. I'll wait for him to pop back up on the screen. Say you have a VTuber that wants to express themselves on stream, but how the audience sees that VTuber is different from how that VTuber wants to be expressed. So that VTuber acts how the audience wants to see them. Is that VTuber identity considered real? And can that even be considered the person's self? Okay, now I can say it. Hold, pause on everything right now. You know why he doesn't look twink enough for the Kamen Rider Gav Shoma? Because he's just me. Bit of a lighter complexion, but we'll get past that. This is like if Destroyer was born in Japan, okay? This is an alternate universe. COVID still happened, VTubers still happened. This is an alternate, pretty much one-for-one universe. Slightly one-for-one because my name is Shoma here and I'm not black here. Anyway, I guess it's real in the sense that this is how a real person acts in a situation where they feel forced to act in a certain way. I can't help but agree with most of what this guy's saying. And also, in the sense that the audience's perceived identity is fulfilled. and it's not real in the sense that this isn't the way that this VTuber would normally act, and they might just be playing a persona. I don't really know if that's still considered the VTuber self. Now I'm lost. Now I'm lost. Yep, lost. Sorry, is there supposed to be a clear, correct answer to these questions? I feel like I haven't given a single one. No. That last one confused the heck out of me, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I understood that 99%, but that 1% that I didn't get, that's the part that's killing me, buddy. Every other question, I understood. Every other answer, I understood. I don't think so, I don't think so. At least, I don't really have a clear, correct answer. I'm mostly just asking so I can see another person's point of view. It might be naive, but I wish it could always be as simple as just be yourself and everybody will accept you and you will succeed as a VTuber. Maybe for some, it is that simple and there is no problem. Some VTubers just be themselves on stream and enjoy what they do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But even then, not everyone might accept you. And you might have people who push a different identity onto you. What people want might end up being different from what you want to express. Maybe it causes a disconnect between that person and their VTuber persona. Or maybe that's actually them. If there's a disconnect, then it probably becomes more pronounced when you adopt a new name and appearance. I think she's right about that a little bit. To a degree. Probably. But then in that scenario, is that VTuber self the fake and their usual self the real self? Or maybe they're both different but are real sides to the same person? Or maybe they're both fake. I guess? How would that even work? I don't know. I just said that to mess with you. Girl, please. I applaud your ability to crack jokes right after asking such a serious question. How did I even get into the situation? I almost forgot why I came here in the first place. Can't say I necessarily hate this though. I hadn't really put much thought into what it means for the VTuber to take on a new identity. Even if that conversation we just had felt like a jumbled mess. I feel like I gained a new perspective on VTubers. Same, a little. Not too much of a not too much of a new one, because I sort of grasped the situation myself. Oh yeah, this all started from being asked why I like VTubers. Yes, and you went on and on and on. What about you? Why do you like VTubers, assuming that you do? What if I said I don't watch VTubers? I would demand my time and energy back. Fair. Here I thought I found a kindred soul. Okay. Yeah, I watch VTubers. Why I like them? Let's see. VTubing can be a shelter for those that need it. Sometimes you have nowhere else to go. Sometimes you just need to get away from everything. Sometimes you aren't happy with the way things are, and you need somewhere to express yourself in ways that you normally couldn't. In the world of VTubing, you're free from the threads that tie you from becoming who you want to be. You can choose how you look, how you act, and just be able to reinvent yourself. Is it me, or did she give more of a normal answer compared to Shelma? I'm suddenly reminded of my own experiences of when I started watching VTubers. I really did have nowhere else to go. For the first time in who knows how long, Feels like someone might have understood me. I can relate to that. Oh? Sometimes we just need to feel like there's someone there, talking and chilling with us. There might not be anywhere else to go to get that human connection. I realized that I said I have no friends in a roundabout way. Shoma, no! Even if there are people in your life that you can go to, it might feel like nobody understands you. Sometimes you just need a break from everything. Others might not even have the luxury of having friends, so they go to VTubers. She looks at me when she says that, as if to emphasize the idea that I might not have friends. Poor Shoma. Oh no, he outed himself. Why are you looking at me with that expression when you said that? Come on, you're supposed to look at people when you're speaking to them. She got you there, boy. But ooh, do we know what she meant? You didn't think I was implying anything, did you? This girl is giving me a smug smile. She knows exactly what she did. Nope, not at all. Must have been a coincidence. I must have been mistaken. Sorry for suspecting you. I give my best exaggerated display of poor acting. Hey yo, can I get an anime of this? I'd watch this. Good, good. I accept her apology. Oh my freaking. I was about to break into tears if I were to be suspected of implying that you have no friends. Ah! That hurt. Hey! You're not supposed to point that out! So you were implying that. She gives a hearty laugh, then quickly goes back to her deadpan expression. I don't know what you're talking about. But going back to what I was saying. She's changing the subject. Even if there's nowhere else to go, that's not to say that people should go and pour their troubles out to a streamer. Yeah, that's actually sort of why a bunch of VTubers have the no drama dumping in chat. No, you can't do that. Don't do that. You don't do that, do you? Hey, what do you take me for? My struggles are so pathetic that even if I wanted to inconvenience others, they would just think of me even less than they already would. I don't think that's something you should be proud of. Shoma, no. But I don't think it matters how pathetic your struggles are. There might always be others out there that are going through a rougher time, but that doesn't make your struggles any less important to you. What matters is how you deal with them, right? There's too much I don't get about this girl. Why did she suddenly start asking me difficult questions about VTubers? What's with the sad look she's giving? At the very least, I don't think she's been being nice for the sake of seeming nice, like other people do. Honestly, my struggles really are pathetic. I can't help but laugh at this. This part, like the self-awareness. Why would I also, random note, y'all can't see this, y'all never be able to see this, but I keep bobbing my head like, you know how like people whip their hair out of their face? Like when they have long hair, they whip their, like they move their head real fast to get their hair out of their face or something like that. I don't have long hair, but for some reason I've been doing that. I'm telling y'all this when it just started. I just started doing this kind of thing today. I don't know why I've been doing this. Anyway, back to this. Honestly, my struggles really are pathetic. Why would I ever inconvenience VTubers to listen to the troubles of someone as insignificant as me? Even this girl in front of me. I'm not gonna try and earn my pity from someone I just met. Fair, reasonable, logical, sensible. Like, do not do that. I'm sure my struggles are not worth the time or emotional energy for even random people. Thanks. I didn't want to push back in case she ends up expending any more energy or insignificant things. So, why were you asking me all these questions? Do you typically interrogate everybody you meet? How rude. Of course I don't. Of course I don't do this to everybody. You were just a prime victim. In what ways was I a prime victim? You're a VTuber fan, for one. You also looked like you had nowhere else to spend your time. Ouch. What you said was contradictory. Being a VTuber fan means I have no time to spend on anything else. Put this boy back in the house. I don't think he should ever be allowed to touch grass. Oh my. Put this boy back in the house, please. Put him back in the house right now. Don't let this man out. Don't let him out. Don't do that. Put him back in the house. He says things and I feel like he's shooting himself in the foot. Yeah, sure. That proves my point. That bozo. Yes, I know this whole time I've been calling Shoma just me, for real. So basically I called myself a bozo, but let's be real. If you've been watching me for long enough, is there anything new? I'm not entirely convinced that she would just randomly start asking me weird questions without any reason. But it doesn't seem like I'll get any answer out of her. I might as well take the chance to ask about her thoughts on other things. You said you were a fan of VTubers, right? What about Mana? The one on the cover. I guess you could call me a fan. Isn't she the greatest? That cool voice, that great sense of humor, the ability to handle any situation with confidence, the talent she has in so many fields. It ain't much. Huh? There are a ton of other VTubers out there that are more talented and put in just as much work. The stars just aligned for her to make it big. I take back what I thought about you being understood. About being understood, about him being understood. Why do I autofill like random words into sentences? That's the second time I realized I did that. How many times have I done that? I know I do it a little bit when I play Wuthering Waves, but that's necessary. That's necessary. Here, it's not. You might as well be kicking me down and stomping on me. Hey, some people are into that. No. I mean, she's not lying. Not me. To clarify, not me. But she's not lying though. Shoma though? There's no way that she was just lucky and got to where she was. Okay, we're gonna move past that. Well, that's the reality of the VTubing world. It's all about timing and luck. Okay, that's just wrong. You can't just make nothing out of their talents and efforts. Believe me, I really do respect the talents and efforts of VTubers. But the reality is that no matter how talented or how much effort some people put in, it won't be enough. They won't make it. Okay, now we're not. Shut up. Others with less talent and who put in less effort might make it big instead. This can't even be said towards VTubers specifically. This can just be put to anybody on social media, if we're being honest. Anyway. Maybe it would be because they came across the right opportunity to join an agency. Maybe that one clip they had went viral. The internet isn't a place that perfectly and accurately rewards work and talent. She right about that. Oftentimes, the success of a VTuber will bend to the whims of whatever's trending at the time.
She also right about that.
Y'all, I'm pretty sure I'm about to upload this almost immediately after I'm done recording this. Y'all, the crazy amount of people, VTubers included obviously, just anyone that I saw streaming Resident Evil 9, bro, I was about to get in on that. But then I realized, I'm broke. It's like the, wait a minute, I'm white. No, I had the, wait a minute, I'm broke. Isn't Resident Evil 9 like $70 anyway? Yeah. Miss me with these new gen game prices. That's insane. I don't care how much is in the game. You can't price it at $70. That's insane to me. Okay, they can't price it at $70. And yes, I know the Wolverine game is probably gonna be priced at $70, and I'm still gonna get it because Insomniac worked on that. They made Marvel's Spider-Man, and that's all I know. I mean, I've played Ratchet and Clank, but that was a long time ago. I'm talking like what, PS2, 3? Did they make those Ratchet and Clank games? What are we doing again? Whatever's trending on the time. Back to what I was saying. Yeah. I was about to get on the Resident Evil hype train. Does it look like I have a Resident Evil audience? No. I mean, I could have gained one. I did put out like a little short of me singing a few lyrics for a Resident Evil song that I wrote, though. That went nowhere, though. But it gained a crazy amount of views because it was Resident Evil. This proves my point. Whatever's trending at the time, Resident Evil, heck, I don't think any Resident Evil Requiem had to be out, and I could have just put out that short and it still would have blown up because it's Resident Evil. That game's like, that franchise, I should say, is iconic. Leon, iconic. Chris Redfield, iconic. I saw this one VTuber who freaking marathoned her way through like from Resident Evil 1 starting from last year to Resident Evil 9, you know, this year. So yeah, whatever's trending at the time will blow up crazily. It's a bunch of people playing Resident Evil 9. Not me though, I'm broke. Also, I saw the Grace stuff. I'm not trying to play as Grace all the time. I'm trying to be Mr. Leon Kennedy, Mr. Leon Aura Farmer Kennedy, Mr. Leon Corny Joe Kennedy. And if that was easy to just predict or figure out, then anybody could just make it big. In this day and age of YouTube or social media, you do just gotta understand the trending stuff. You do just gotta understand that and make it big like that. But at the same time, not always. You don't always gotta understand the trending stuff. But you gotta understand the trending stuff or the stuff that sticks with people to a degree. To, you know, make it. I have to stop myself from getting angry. I know I shouldn't get defensive about things I like, but any affront to the VTubers I like, Mana in particular, feels like an attack on myself. I think I've calmed down. Thinking about it, there's some validity to... It feels like I'm adding another D after... Validity. I feel like I'm throwing a D where the T is. Am I? Validity to what she's saying. The internet can be unpredictable, and how a VTuber can make it big isn't often something that's so easily determined. See? I watched plenty of smaller VTubers myself, same. And to say that they're not making it big because they're not working hard enough or that they aren't talented enough is disingenuous. It is. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I don't want to say all of them, because there's got to be some that aren't really trying. This sounds crazy to me. This sounds like an insane thing to say. But I mean this in the nicest way possible. there could just be some that aren't trying, but at the same time, there's a whole lot more that are trying. So, kudos to the ones that are trying. Where am I going with this? Anyway. Oh yeah, to the smaller ones that are like, not making it big, and say that they're not making it big because this, and say they're not working hard enough or they aren't talented enough. That's definitely just disingenuous. But at the same time, you can't just make it big by timing and luck alone. Precisely. People aren't going to just keep watching because you got lucky. Exactly. There has to be some appeal to get people to stay. Exactly. So if you're doing that, if you're covering that trending topic, put on a show. Cause, buddy, sa koko ka ga highlighted da. It's time to put on the show. If you're covering like a big, like trending topic at the time and got a huge amount of people watching you at that time, it's time for the highlight. Just like my goat Ukio Ace be saying, sa koko ka ga highlight da. And just like Marvelous, do hare ni kaze. Because it's time to put on a show. Sorry, I got a bit emotional. I think you're right about some things. We can't predict who will become big. We truly cannot. There might be plenty of VTubers out there that could have been the next big thing, but never did. But there's no way that a VTuber would remain successful without having the hard work and talent required to do so. Precisely what Shoma said. I don't believe that Mana could be as successful as she is by just getting lucky. I'm sure there was some of that involved. But the reach she gets by touching the hearts of her viewers isn't just a product of timing or luck. I truly believe that who she is as a person and the work that she puts in is the reason why she continues to appeal to so many people. She just looks at me with surprise. Who is she? No, not who. Who is she? Who she is, eh? Sorry, I got a bit emotional as well. Maybe you're right. Regardless, popularity isn't the only indicator for success for VTubers, is it? I had to think about that. I'm kinda hesitant to say, no, it really isn't, is it? Like, popularity isn't the only thing that says a VTuber is successful. But you know what, Flarkin, I'll say no. Like, popularity truly ain't, if you ask me, sure. I'm with Shoma on that one. There are a ton of VTubers that are satisfied with the community they've built, regardless of size. Okay, so you know what? If you ask me, if a VTuber is satisfied with what they've done, that's success enough. I'm sure there are people who think that way, but at the same time, I think in the back of their minds, a lot of them also think that it would be nice if they were to make it big. Shoma and Tired Girl are both correct in this situation. But I can't speak for everybody, nor can I speak for VTubers, because I myself am not a VTuber. One time I thought about being a VTuber, but then I thought, nope. I thought about what my VTuber model would be. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. There are also plenty of VTubers out there that have single-digit average viewers and desperately wish to grow. Can't say I've been through that, or know what goes through their minds, but you have a point. You know what? This is the part where I can throw more knowledge here than Shoma, because, you know, he's not a YouTuber. He's not a YouTuber or a VTuber. You don't specifically have to be a VTuber in this case. For this subject. Not completely. Not completely. There's some I forgot the word I'm looking for. There's some opening to this question where it can just go for like, you know, just a YouTuber, just a content creator in general. I've seen many VTubers try to put themselves out there on multiple platforms to try and grow. And imagine how many of their stories have been denied before they could even get going because they started at the wrong time or just got unlucky. Did someone kick you down this morning or something? She is quite pessimistic. You don't seem to have the most optimistic outlook on things. This morning, someone's been kicking me down every day. Oh my, girl, you need a hug? Well, you should probably tell that person to stop. Yeah, well, that's someone in his life. Hey, I'll make sure to tell them next time. Hey, you go, you go, girl. You tell life that. You tell life that. Everybody watching this video, you tell life that right now. You do that right now. And you go kick life back. Because if life is kicking you down, you dust off your pants, get back up, shrug it off, and you start kicking life. As my goat Taya Hondo, whatever, Boone Red from VTUBERS says, take control of the wheel. You take control of that wheel and you kick cars. You drive a car into life, and you keep taking anyway. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, since we were talking about Mana, what if the one behind Mana is a completely different person? You mean what we were talking about earlier? Yeah, she's definitely talking about what we were talking about earlier. Do you mean that the person behind Mana acts completely differently? I think she means that, Shoma. That's a bit hard to believe. I don't know. Would it actually matter? What do you mean? Even if Mana is different off-stream, then does that really matter? I mean, like you said earlier, there could be a ton of reasons for it. True. You wouldn't feel betrayed that she was lying to you in a way? I think in the back of my mind, maybe I would. But she doesn't owe it to us in any way to act a certain way. That is true. Is that so? And what about you? Are you Mana's fan? How would you feel? I would feel betrayed. That I find inspiration in someone so amazing, but she turns out to be pathetic in reality. Oof. I'm sorry, the word pathetic just hit. In anything. Don't matter if you're not calling somebody pathetic in this in the context of this situation. Oh my. The word pathetic is just that harsh to me. You know? That she was just putting up a front the entire time. That's see? Like the word pathetic just that's a bullet train, okay? You know when Spider-Man got hit by a bullet train in Spider-Man Far From Home? Yeah, that's what just reading the word pathetic to me is just a bullet train getting hit. You're just getting hit by a bullet train. I'm just getting hit by a bullet train. It's like a bullet train is hitting something at least when I hear the word pathetic. That really wasn't the answer I was expecting. I guess there are really harsh Mana fans out there. I would have thought that everybody liked her. I mean, she didn't say she didn't like Mana. I doubt that's actually the case though. I clicked the wrong thing and opened up a tab. I closed my eyes for a minute. Well, reality has a tendency to disappoint. Ouch. That is true, but at the same time, dang! I'm surprised you even have expectations in the first place to disappoint. he kinda got a point. This girl been so pessimistic, so down in the dumps that, dang. You can be disappointed? You're right. Let me rephrase. Reality has a tendency to be exactly as I expect it to be. I feel like that's even worse, dog. I can't help but give a chuckle at the absurdity of this conversation. Bruh, I can't help but die a little on the inside at her pessimisticness. Like, oh my. Dang. How long have we been standing here? 20 minutes? How long have I been recording? An hour 20? 10 more minutes. Have we really gotten into anything progressive? Like anything truly? Have we gotten to like the juicy stuff? I don't think we really got to the juicy stuff. I think a good 30 minutes of this video is me standing here talking to this girl. I don't even know this girl's name, but I can tell that she's unique to say the least. By the way, I don't think I caught your name. Trying to slide into my DMs, I see. Luring me into this long-winded conversation and then trying to get my information out of me. Hey, you were the one who started asking me questions. Now don't make me out to be a predator just for asking your name. My name's Makoto. Makoto Kagurazaka. Kagurazaka? Ooh. That's a new one. That's a new one for me. Kagura, that's one thing. Zaka, that's another. I've never heard Kagurazaka. Well, that's a mouthful, exactly. My name's Shoma. Shoma Hasegawa. See, I could say that. Well, Hasegawa, I should get going now. Oh. I remember what Yokone requested of me earlier. I'd much rather spend my time playing games or watching VTubers than try and converse with strangers. But talking with this girl wasn't bad at all. All that bad. She has a certain bitterness towards the world that I kind of admire. What a thing to admire, Shoma. A lot of other people I've met just seem to passively agree with anything, but she doesn't seem to be afraid of speaking her mind. And she has some interesting takes and questions. But I don't even know anything about her, and we just happened to meet here by chance. There's no excuse I can use for us to converse again. I can't just ask for her email or number. Why would I think that she would want to continue associating with me anyway? I'm just being selfish. I'm not going to inconvenience her in any way further. Sounds good. It was nice talking with you. Maybe we'll see each other around. Well, I'll be here around the same time tomorrow. I didn't get to buy the magazine I wanted. Shoma, I think we just got the green light. Get that number, boy. Isn't that just a roundabout way of telling me to come back tomorrow? Maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself. No. That... This is what happens. This is what happens. Somebody will get a sign, and next thing you know... Wait a minute. Maybe I'm too ahead of myself. You afraid to catch a case. See ya. Now watch as she walks away down the street. Surely people haven't changed this much since the last time I talked. The whole world's just pessimistic now. Everybody's depressed. After COVID, everybody got depressed. I'm sure she's just an oddity. My stomach suddenly reminds me of the reason I came to the store. Yes, and what you just said reminded me of, man, I'm hungry. I take the VTuber magazine and the pre-packaged meal to the counter to check out. I plopped down. Bro, can I just acknowledge that I've been reading for an hour? I didn't think I'd do that. Actually, I did it one time before in a video for the waves. I just realized the screen was slightly off-centered. I cannot get this to be properly centered, but hey man, I just don't want the black bars there. Whatever, anyway, we move. I plopped down on my chair and laid the contents of my plastic bag on my desk. As I open the plastic casing of my meal, I stare at the cover of the magazine. Mana's face adorns the front cover with her signature winking peace sign. The classic idol pose. I can't imagine that whoever is behind Mana might actually be a completely different person. Even if that was the case, would that necessarily be a bad thing? If that was by chance? If the Mana persona is... Persona! I had to. Y'all didn't see, but I did the... I did the thing with the, you know, that they do in Reload. Anyway. If the Mana persona is used to become another someone that they want to be, then that's fine, isn't it? If that wasn't the case, how could someone not want to be Mana? She's basically perfect in the eyes of the VTuber community. She's a pillar of strength and proof that you can make it to the top with talent and hard work. I recall what... Oh, for the love of... I'm just gonna call her Makoto anytime I see her last name. Like, I know this is her last name, and I know it's the norm to call people you're unfamiliar with in Japan. Like, just call them by their family name. Don't call them by their first name. You don't know them like that. But oh my... Kagurazaka? Never mind. I can do it. It seems easy to me now. I said that with ease. I recall what Kagurazaka told me earlier about her success being a result of luck and timing. There's no way that's completely true. The reason she's so successful is because she's so amazing. How can anyone ignore that fact? I don't think there's much point in thinking about this though. Mana is someone who's out of reach for any of us, especially someone like me. The most interaction you can get from her is a verbal reading of your donation. That amount of attention is enough. It's selfish and illusional to think that you can get any more than that. I put down the magazine and flipped through some VTuber streams to occupy myself for the rest of the day. I'm liking this. VTuber Connect! Why do I keep saying it like that? That's the second time I've seen the title card pop up. Seriously, is this supposed to be Roxy from Mushoku Tensei? What was I saying earlier? Is that Gabriel from PGR? Is that... Where's my sword? Up, the sword's up there. I mean, if you play PGR, you know why. This probably isn't even Gabriel from PGR, but he just looks like him to me. Anyway, I stand up from my desk. I think I'm gonna go 2 hours in this, with this video. Anyway, I probably am if y'all are still watching this part. Well, I probably did go for 2 hours. If you can clearly check that this video has a 2-hour mark. Whatever, I'm extremely hungry, by the way. Every time I talk, I think I can feel my stomach grumble. Anyway. I stand up from my desk. Content as I think. Content. Oh my freaking, I don't know. Which, wait. Content and content. Wait. Are they spelled the exact same? Content and content. Oh my. Who did that? Who do I gotta blame for that? I gotta blame the first people who made up English. Cause what were they thinking? Content and content. Oh my. Content probably came up before content, but oh my. whoever invented the English vocabulary, please stop. Never do this again. And as I think about the English vocabulary, I think of aluminum and I think of aluminium. Anyway, content as I think about the productivity of my day so far. I've managed to make a sizable dent in my gaming backlog while not missing a single second of the VTuber streams I wanted to check out. Unfortunately, limitations of the human body are preventing me from going any further, as my body tells me that it's time to eat. Man, if only I could. I can. I want to. I must record video. The mission comes first. I will carry out my mission. Missionを成功する. You got the reference? それが俺のミッション。無敵エージェントだ。I'm just saying lines from a show I watch. Shout out to anybody that got that reference though. You a real one. You've been watching Peak, I see. If you caught that reference, you've been watching Peak. Anyway, I remember what Kazurazaka told me the day prior. It's almost time for her to be at that store. Oh yeah, she did say she would be at that store again. Well, I have to go get food anyway. You are hungry. You did just say you have to eat. I might as well check if she's there. Bruh, you might as well ask her to dinner. I mean, like us friends. Like, bruh, if you still hungry and y'all two both gonna have a whole conversation, y'all might as well buy like a little meal from this store, take it somewhere, and eat, I don't know, at the park or something, and chat over there. Or, I don't know, like I said, a restaurant or something. Because if you hungry, boy, and she just gonna, and we gonna have a whole conversation like before, oh man, just go to a restaurant. The sun once again batters my, this man needs to touch grass, I say as I never touch grass that often. When was the last time I went outside? I don't want to talk about it. The sun once again batters my eyes with its rays of light as I step outside for the first time today. The storefront slowly comes into vision as I approach. Vision? Oh, I'm sorry. Yoshimida. They should have said vision in the show that I watched that I was referencing literally a few minutes ago. I don't see Kagurazaka anywhere. Did I just miss her? No. I'm pretty sure I just deluded myself into thinking that she would want to meet me again. Creep. No, but she definitely gave you a heads up. You're early, bro. I guess I'll just get my food and head back. Hey. I hear the familiar voice of someone who sounds like they've given up hope in the world. Not again. Yo, somebody help this girl. Oh, Kagurazaka. I saw you looking disappointed. Did you think that I already left? Did you miss me that much? The only disappointment I get from life is when VTubers cancel their streams. Buddy, VTubers can cancel their streams 1,000 times. That will never hurt more than a VTuber, you know, the G word. You know, if you know the G word, you know the G word. Canceling a stream is nothing in comparison to the G word. That's worse. But a VTuber canceling the stream does suck. Especially to me, because I'd be like, man, I can't wait to watch this live stream. Oh, it's canceled. Okay then, I'll go do something. Yes, I'd be like, yes, this VTuber stream, my whole plans for the day. No? Sounds like a satisfying life, if that's the only thing that disappoints you. That is what it sounds like, huh? What brings you back here? Oh, you know, that thing your body does when you haven't eaten. I also wanted to check out the new Jumps chapters. I thought he said Shonen Jump for a minute. I was about to say, can they say Shonen Jump in this? Or will they catch legal troubles? I believe this is an indie game, right? So I think they're fine. Can indie games say whatever they want? Reference whatever they want? I don't think so. Anyway. You mean you wanted to get this? Kagurazaka looks down at the stands, her eyes on the last edition of Jump available. We keep doing this, girl. Shoma and Makoto keep wanting the same thing, and it's always the last edition. Wait, no, that's not. No, I read this and thought she also wanted it. Is she going to mess with me again and take it? Curses, store manager. Why do you not restock your shelves? No, that's not the one I meant. Oh, okay. I guess I'll take it then. No. Shoma, you fell into the trap. Wait, no! No, Shoma, you've activated her trap card. Look at that face. The trap card has been activated. Sure, you can have it. I can't remember the last time I had the chance to catch up to manga. Kagurazaka gives a somber tone. Is it because she's too busy? If she has time to talk to me like this, I would imagine she has the time to catch up to manga. That's a fair point. Which manga do you read? I read a lot. Well, used to. Same. I can't even read now. Well, yes, you know what I mean. I got like some mangas, a bunch of light novels. I ain't touched those in days. I at this point I'm just a collector. I'm just a collector of light novels and mangas. Man, I really do want to read them though. I just don't know when I should. But I would like to catch up with Heroes of the Sky. I have the volumes for those, if you'd like to borrow them sometime. Kagurazaka looks at me weirdly, as if I'm misunderstanding something. Oh no. Sure, I'll take you up on that offer. Don't spoil anything before that, though. I'll murder you. She real for that? She real for that? If you spoil anything, there is a special place in hell for you. There is a special place in hell for anybody that spoils things. Because what's wrong with you? What you robbing people of the experiencing of experiencing things for the first time for? What's wrong with you? Well, you already act like you have nothing to lose. Dang. Shots fired. You might very well do it. Oh my. He said, go ahead and do it. You won't. See if you could go to jail. How rude. I haven't given up on everything yet. There are plenty of things still worth living for. Like cute anime girls and that amazing parfait at the cafe down the street. She is right. She is very right. She's very right. She is very right. I never had a parfait, actually. Funny enough, I think... Is it? No, wait. No, I was about to say, like, my favorite Kamen Rider of Kamen Rider Gav has a parfait, but no. Valen's not my favorite. Vram is my favorite. Lakia's my favorite. That's my goal right there. That man got a 0 loss count. 0 loses. Anytime he lose, bro, the fight was unfair. I'm dead serious about that, by the way. Anytime he lost, the fight was unfair, so it's not counted on the loss counter. Kamen Rider Vram? Boy should have been the writer of his own show. Like the main writer. Anyway, what are we doing? Oh yeah, this. Right. Shoma, let's be real. She got about as much reason to live as you. I think Shoma has her beat by 2 reasons, though. This man is VTUBERS. She is cute anime girls. Parfait. Well, you know what they say. Suffering is how you know you're still alive. That's true. And you can appreciate the happy moments even more as a result. That is also true. Just because something's comparatively better doesn't actually make it better, does it?
Not the philosophical questions again, but
I would say it sort of makes it better. Yes. Like by comparison. Uh Let's say my PC caught on fire. Something got damaged in it. And it's just one thing that got damaged in my PC. Yes, somehow the PC survived the fire. I don't know how this works, bruh. No, this isn't a true story. But let's say my PC caught fire. Only one thing was truly damaged. And I just gotta replace that one thing. Let's think. Is it the one thing? Like, would I prefer the whole PC have burnt down, or would I prefer the PC, that one component of the PC, to just be the only sacrifice? Comparatively better. I don't know. Isn't it all comparative? One person's level of suffering might be another person's regular level of living. That's depressing, but true. True. She even knows. True. Maybe my suffering is just a state of being for me at this point. That's how you're gonna interpret it. Our conversation is interrupted by the sound of my stomach. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to keep you from getting food. No, that's alright. We also probably shouldn't just stand around here. Do you wanna head to the park just up ahead after I get some food? That's what I'm talking about. Like, we were here talking, like, that's what I'm talking about. Buy your food, meet up with Makoto, go to a park and eat that, dog. Y'all don't just stand here and stay hungry for like who knows how long. Get that food, get Makoto. We at the park, bruh. Walk and talk, dog. A smile suddenly forms across Kagurazaka's face. Oh. Oh. Hey, stop making it weird. I'm quite the busy person, but I guess I'll spare the time to stay with you so you aren't lonely. Yeah, I'm sure you spend your time very wisely. What was that? Nothing. I like their dynamic. I grab some rice balls, tea, and the last copy of the Jump magazine on the shelf, and take them to the counter to check out. When I come back out, Kagarazaka is just staring out into the distance, lost in thought. What are you up to? You know, existing. Bruh, Makoto is just such a vibe. I feel like Shoma is one half of me, Makoto is another half of me. Like, Shoma's the light side of me, Makoto's the dark side of me. Sounds rough. I've got what I wanted to buy, so we can go now. We head down the street to the nature park ahead. The nature park? You could just call it the park. What a nature... Did I roll my tongue when I said nature? Anyway. Does a nature park specifically have just, you know, basic stuff? Like, not even like a playground set? I don't know. Is there no slide at a nature park? Is it literally just you get a bench, maybe get a swing if you're lucky, and you got the trees and everything else? Everything nature gives you, but it's classified as a park now. Or is it literally just still the average park? You got your slide, you got your swing, you got your seesaw, you got your bench, you got, you know, basic park stuff. Like, what's the difference? Kagarazaka stares straight ahead, but it doesn't seem like she's focusing on the scenery in front of her. And I realize I know next to nothing about her, let alone what she could possibly be thinking about. We arrive at the walkway next to the park's lake, and stare at the surface of the water. As I'm eating my rice balls, I think about how I can get to know Kagurazaka better. Say, do you also go to New Mazu University? Listen, I gotta say this Japanese name, Japanese names slow before I butcher them. Cause listen, I ain't finna act like I don't know how to say a Japanese word when I see it. Like, come on now, show 'em up. Nusa. Let's see, that's exactly what I was about to say. I was about to say Nusa. Nusa? There's a Z there, Destroyer? Oh my. Say, do you also go to Numazu University? Kagurazaka breaks her focus and turns to me. Speaking of not knowing if I'm saying a Japanese name right, am I really saying Kagurazaka right? I swear. Okay, now it feels like I have heard the word Zaka before, but at the same time, no! It feels familiar and unfamiliar. It's like a phantom feeling, you know? A phantom feeling. I don't know where that term came from. I made it up just now on the spot. If it's been made up, no, it didn't. No, it hasn't. I wonder if anybody's questioned the Miyabi cursor. Anyway, Kagurazaka breaks her focus and turns to me. Oh, you too? I do. Can't say I'm particularly a fan of studying and attending classes, though. Let's be real, who is? There are people out there who are fans of that. Wait, what? Whatever, anyway. If you're passionate about it, what you study, then sure. True. I'm passionate about nothing academically. But let me tell you something. If Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Marvel, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Batman, if those were classes in school, I promise you, top scholar or something. I don't know. What's the high stuff, like the high stuff, like you the big shot of school or something. Like your grades are crazy. I'm mainly just doing it because society's so adamant about sending everybody to get a higher education, and so that I can have some security in the future. That's a sound, logical reason. Can't say I'm particularly passionate about what I read from these textbooks. No, I get that. I can't say I'm particularly passionate about the topics in class either. Most of my passions lie outside of what I do in class. Let me guess. Yeah, what are they? Makoto, you and I both know. Anime, manga, video games. The types of inspirational and heartwarming stories and characters that are portrayed are ones I can get from other mediums. Wait, what? I read that a bit too fast. Inspirational and heartwarming stories and characters that are portrayed are ones I can get from other mediums that you can't get that from this. You can't get that from this. Is this what he's saying? This is? Is he saying this has heartwarming and inspirational stuff, or is he saying that you don't need these? I'm so confused. I'm pretty sure he's saying this. These are the examples, but anyway, VTubers as well, of course. Of course. Being able to share in those experiences is also nice. Consuming creative media lets me experience journeys, feelings, and thoughts from others that I normally wouldn't be able to experience on my own. So you're what they call an otaku. Yes, he is an otaku. And I'm pretty sure at one point in my life I was debating whether I'm an otaku, but yes, y'all can't see this, but I'm looking off to my left, and I think I'm on that. I'm otaku level 1. Come on, I'm cracking random Japanese Japanese lines that I hear from my Super Sentai Kamen Rider, and like I said earlier, I was looking off to the side, off to my left. Yeah, you know what I'm looking at? A Kirito and Asuna poster. The Sword Art Online poster. Yes, I like Sword Art Online. I think everything in Sword Art Online is good. To a degree. To a degree now. But I do like Sword Art Online. And also, I think Sword Art Online might have been why I'm so romance trigger happy. Or Love Chinibyo and Other Delusions. It's one of those two that I have to blame for my romance trigger happiness. So everybody give it up for Sword Art Online. That's why I'm playing this game. This was a romance game, right? A romance visual novel, right? I mean, whatever. Haha, very funny. I'm sure that concept is very foreign to you. And like that wasn't obvious enough already from the conversations we had. He's right. Sorry, please don't talk to me anymore. Ah, dang. I know she's joking, but oof. Her deadpan delivery of that line gets a laugh out of me. It would get a laugh out of me too. No, but that's something I completely understand. You're able to make a profound connection with something or someone else, or someone, even if they might be fictional. What about you? What are you passionate about? Me? Of course, I like the same things you mentioned as well. But if I had to describe it, I like creating things as a way to share my own experiences and convey my feelings. There are just some things I can't convey through words alone, and being able to create things lets me share that with others. When I draw that piece of art of that one scene that resonated with me, or sing that song about an experience that I wish to convey, I'm able to express myself and hopefully make that connection with others. When I'm able to bring happiness to others by doing so, then that's fulfilling in ways that words can't do justice. So it's a bit similar to what I said, but from the creator side. You draw and sing though. What? Sing, draw, dance, voice act, make content. Can't say I'm particularly great at any of it though. Bro, when I say Shoma and Makoto are literally just one half, like each two halves of me. I'm telling you, they're just two halves of me. You'll never catch me dancing though. Never. When I say never, I mean never on camera. When I'm listening to a song, I promise you I'm popping off. But never on camera. You will never catch me on camera doing that. Wow, that's a lot. I'm curious now. Can I see what kind of stuff you make? Yeah, not in a million years. Ouch. I understand though. It really is one of the best feelings though, when something that you created is able to touch the hearts of the people who experience it. It's like they were able to understand me and form a connection. It's like I made a difference in this world, and that I matter. This was a bit unexpected, but I feel like I'm getting a better glimpse into her. What she's saying only reminds me of my own feebleness. How do people have the courage to put themselves out there like that? What if everybody hates you? Hates what you create, not hates you. Not everyone. Wait. I swear, why am I auto-filling words? Anyway, what if everybody hates what you create? What if the thing that you wish to convey is misconstrued? Misconstrued? Yeah, that's misconstrued. I don't think I ever truly understood the meaning of misconstrued. I've always heard the word, but never understood the meaning. Guess I know it now. And harms people. I recall what Kagurazaka said the day prior about why she likes VTubers. That VTubers can be a way for people to express themselves in ways that they normally couldn't. as a VTuber, it's like you're reborn as a new person and have a fresh start. Nobody can know who you actually were unless you tell them. Yeah, very much. Maybe that anonymity, anon. Welcome to Destroyer Can't Read, part 272. Yes, I cracked my knuckles. I don't know if y'all can hear that though. Noise gate. Anyway. Maybe that anonymity, anonymity. If I was still editing these videos, if I still felt like editing these videos, bruh, I'd say, Editor Destroyer, put in that one Finding Nemo clip. No matter how Pixar may try, was it Pixar that made Finding Nemo? Anyway, Disney. No matter how Disney may try to sue us, I mean copyright us. Editor Destroyer, put in that clip of Nemo saying anonymity. Put in that clip. I'd say that. Because this is, oh my, I know what this word is. I swear I can't say it though. I don't know why. Enmity. I know it's a nani. A nani. Moving on now. Can empower people to overcome that. Hold on. Let me restart. I'm gonna just say anonymous. Maybe that anonymousness can empower people to overcome that fear and put themselves out on the internet to share their own experiences. When I think about internet anonymousness, I mostly think about how people use it as a weapon to hurt others without any consequences. It's a double-edged sword, Shoma. It's a double-edged sword. But maybe it can be used to protect and empower people? Wait, all of Kagura-Zaka's ways of expressing herself are typically those that VTubers also have. She also has the courage to put herself out there, and she herself mentioned that VTubers are a way for people to express themselves. Could she be? About time. No, the chances are pretty small, statistically speaking anyway, and I can't imagine someone who's as jaded as her would be one. Shoma, remember yesterday, just like we were remembering yesterday earlier. A VTuber can be putting on a front. No, Shoma. And even if she was, it's not like she would say that she was. That is true. You can't just ask a VTuber. You can't just find a VTuber out on the street and be like, hey, are you a VTuber? I don't think... They probably say yes, but I don't think they would go ahead and outright admit that they are. Well, not outright admit that they are. I don't think they would go ahead and be like, yeah, I'm this VTuber right here. This is my channel. The only person they would do that to is close friends. Close friends and family. That's as far as it's getting. You can't just ask them that. You know, if you think about it, once we're gone from this world, we would only have those that remember us to have a lasting impact on the world. Dang, she talking about after death too? That's crazy. But once they're also gone, then you can no longer influence anything. Oh my Flarkin. There's that pessimism again. But if you had created something and left it behind, then you can continue to make a difference. Maybe that's my way of rebelling against our inevitable fate. That I refuse to be forgotten. That's what I'm talking about, Makoto. You pop off. You pop off. Shoma and Makoto are literally just two halves of me. But even if you aren't remembered, you would have influenced people throughout your life. And in turn, those people would influence others. Hold on, Shoma's speaking. Hold on, he's speaking now. So your impacts would continue to grow, even after you're gone. Hold on, Shoma's speaking. Facts. Shoma and Makoto, they both have points, and Shoma just added on to Makoto's point, but improved it a little. That's true. But I still wish to impact people more directly, even after I'm gone. I'd feel more at ease if I knew the work I created was still out there, able to express who I was. Now I'm really curious to see what kind of content she makes. But if it's a work personal to her, then I can understand not wanting to share it with someone she just met. I guess this isn't something that's so easily pursued as a career, right? Most people who pursue careers in the arts have it pretty rough, with it being hyper competitive and all. Yeah, even if you do manage to miraculously make a living creating things you enjoy, then it's rare that you also have job security with it. And there's a lot more to it. There's a big difference between doing things you like when you want to do them and doing things you like when you have to do it live. Your perspective on that completely changes. I think I know what you mean. If you have to do it for a living, then you might have to take on projects that you might not necessarily like, even if you're doing what you enjoy. Like an artist might go from drawing works that they're passionate about to having to draw for works they might not care about at all. Yeah, and that's not only that. It's not only that. Even if you are able to work on something that you're passionate about, doing the things that you enjoy, you might have to face certain deadlines or have to meet certain expectations. Suddenly you find yourself doing it because you have to, rather than doing it because you want to. Wouldn't that still be better than having to work a job where you don't enjoy what you do? If you find yourself starting to hate doing what you're passionate about because of all the negatives, then maybe not. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, okay. She got a point, though. She got a point. That's one of the worst things that can happen. She right. The absolute worst. You might still love what you do and wouldn't give it up for the world, but if there are so many other negatives tied to it and you find yourself miserable, you won't view it the same way. You seem to feel pretty strongly about this. Do you know someone personally that had to go through that? You could say that. Well, I hope they find their answer. I can't imagine feeling like that towards the things I'm passionate about. I hope so too. If there even is an answer out there somewhere. Well, if I ever find a way, you could do... Wait, hold on. My brain, hold on. If I ever find a way, you could do the thing. See, let me just read the whole thing. Maybe it'll make sense to me. Cause it's like, to me, it's like there should be a comma right here. Anyway, the way you want to do it, while also having security, then I'll let you know. Okay. There should be a comma. I feel like there should be a comma here. Some grammar police, check me on that. Should there be a comma right here between way and you? But I might want to take that opportunity for myself first. Of course you would. If I could get paid to watch VTubers all day, that would be the dream. Speaking of VTubers, I'm sure many of them aim to make a living off of making content. I mean, hey man, if you ask me, that's the life. Well, that's the life for me. That's the life for me. It may not be the life for everyone, but that's the life for me. Because I like making videos and, so being able to make a living off of making content, that'd be great. But I imagine there are a lot of hardships associated with that. Yeah, I'm sure there are. Say, don't you feel like the way that VTubers make money is simultaneously humanizing and dehumanizing? In what ways? In a way, VTubers sell their personality by streaming. It's like they are the product. Well, the VTuber corpos may think they're the product. Am I wrong though? People who are into the VTuber stuff. Am I wrong though? Their income is determined by how much people like them, which depends on their personality. It's almost like they're being assigned a monetary value to who they are. Like people who make less money are worth less as people. That's just not true at all. Hold on, let my brain take this in. Like they're being assigned a monetary value to who they are. Like people who make less money are worth less as people. Okay. That's how a VTuber corpo would think. That's how a cold-hearted VTuber corpo would think. We hate VTuber corpos out here. That's just not true at all. That's the dehumanizing part of it, right? What's the humanizing part? VTubing allows you to express yourself and do things you want to do. You make money by connecting with people. Alternatively, you could be pulling a lever as a job. Not that there's anything wrong with pulling a lever as a job. There might be a need for that, but it feels. Why did I feel? Why did I see an F instead of a T? Anyway, but it feels a lot more human to be able to express yourself as a job. Yeah, I can see that. Makes sense. That's true. But the dehumanizing part is such a negative way to view things. People have different preferences in who they might want to support. Dang, I'm pretty sure. Seriously, whoever wrote this, whoever was writing, they understood everything. They understood VTubers. They understood the VTuber fan. They were writing. Just because a VTuber doesn't appeal to a wide audience doesn't mean they're less valuable as a person. Precisely. Hold on. Precisely. I don't know if y'all could hear the snap the first time I snapped. No, I agree. I'm just pointing out that it can seem that way. I don't actually believe it myself. There are so many amazing VTubers out there that are struggling to get by. And there are others I know that have such an amazing community to support them, despite how broken the VTuber might be. I'm curious to know who she's talking about. But it's probably better not to ask or know. What do you mean better? No, you ask. Get nosy. Get nosy. Listen, Shoma, you're one half of me. Makoto's the other. As one half of me, I demand you get nosy. Sometimes it feels like Kagurazaka has such a negative outlook on things. Sometimes? Sometimes? That's an understatement. Buddy, this is your second interaction with her? I think she's had more pessimistic views than a cat in a Batman movie would. No, that wasn't a pun. That wasn't a joke on cat woman. That was just a cat. I was literally just talking about a cat. So I don't even know what I meant. But then sometimes it feels like she has an absolute trust in others. Also true. It's like she's wavering between hope and doubt. Is she? Maybe. There's still too much I don't understand about her. But I guess that's to be expected. We've only just met each other. I can't be conceited to think I'll understand her right away. Why are you staring at me? Oh, I must have been staring at her while thinking to myself. Have you been charmed by all my good points? Oh my friggin'. Oh yeah, of course. You have that realistic view on life, and Very unique eyes. Her eyes are unique. Wow, you're too kind. I'm sure every girl you meet instantly falls for you once they know how good you are at complimenting. This man got no game. But I prefer to say that my eyes show how I've learned the cruelties of this world. You know, every time, this is the second time she's said something along the lines of she prefers to say it this way. Like, Shoma will say something, I don't know. I was gonna say Shoma will say something like realistically in a more real way. I don't know. Is that how I want to describe it? No, but that's the best I got for now. How long is this? How long have I been going? Oh, 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, once we're done with this park scene, I'm done for the day. I'm coming back here. This is good. It tickles my brain. Scratches, really. I don't know why it tickled my brain. What were we talking about? But yeah, Makoto always has her own way to describe something in a, I don't know, not so pessimistic view. I don't know what was going on with my mouth. My mouth did this weird thing anyway. Despite how pessimistic it sounds, she spins it with a positive light. Makoto's weird, but we rock with her. See, would you rather be innocent and have never experienced the cruelties of the world, or would you rather be someone who's lived through it and is wiser as a result? See? Her pessimistic yet slight light of the benefit of the doubt outlook on things. Like, I never thought that could be a thing, but well, I didn't meet Makoto till now. I'd like to be the one who managed to learn about everything without having to go through the hardships. Don't we all? What do you even do all day to look so tired? What do? That's a secret. You haven't reached a high enough bond level with me yet to unlock that. Have we not? I thought we have. My fault. Okay. What level am I at right now then? Bond level 8. What's the highest level? Wait, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, is it? Are you one of those? Do you go up to 100? Out of 100. Oh, she does go up to 100. Okay, yeah, I figured. Yeah, I figured the same, Shoma. Sorry, I missed a digit. Out of 1,000. Ooh! Ooh, we low. We gotta turn the Riz up. Hey, isn't that a bit harsh? Is this one of those pay-to-win systems where I can just pay to skip everything? Crazy. Sure. But it's a gotcha. Oh no! Oh, we gotta win the 50-50. Give me a 10,000 yen for, how much is 10,000 yen? I'm looking it up. I'm looking up 10,000 yen. Looking up 10,000 yen. How much is 10,000 yen? Dang, why couldn't she have just said 1,000 yen? I could have estimated the amount. I could have just gauged the amount in USD. Oh no, 10,000 yen. Hold on. How much is that? Oh, this highway robbery. Ooh, this highway robbery. Yeah, I paused the recording. That's why it seems like I immediately searched it up like that. Ooh, this highway robbery. $62.84, girl, this highway robbery. Give me 10,000 yen for a 1% chance to skip to max bond level. 99% chance to drop down to level 0. Girl, this 50-50 worse than Ark Knights. This 50-50 worse than Enfield. What the heck you got us on? I'm going to PGR. They don't even really got 50-50s. Everything's guaranteed. Wow, these rates seem familiar, right? I think I've seen them in the gacha games I've played, right? Is there a pity system? Is there a pity system? Hey, come on now, we gacha players. Hey, we rejoice if there's a pity system. 1 billion yen for a guarantee. Ooh, this highway robbery, girl. Yeah, I think I'll stick to my usual gacha games. I think I prefer the 2D world. Yeah. You have a girl in front of you offering you the secrets of her heart, and you turn her down for some 2D waifus? The secrets of your heart involve me paying you money? And I thought we were just talking about what you spend your time on. That is true. Like, what we get at the secrets of your heart for, girl? We just want to know your hobbies for real. Although we did just get our hobbies. Okay, what are we trying to get? You don't understand the heart of a maiden, do you? No, Riz. Hey, Makoto, you can say it if you want. What kind of maiden tries to extort money from an innocent soul? You're anything but innocent. You've already admitted to playing gacha. Ooh, she got you there, boy. Ooh, she got you there. She got you there. Hey, she. Ooh, she got you. Nope. Dang, she outed us, Makoto. What's wrong with gacha games, Makoto? I called Shoma Makoto, I just realized that. Dang, she outed us, Shoma. And Shoma, you know what's wrong with that. They lure you in with all these desirable characters that you expect to be able to collect. Yeah. Then they hit you with the predatory practices to make you spend money because you can't get enough resources to get all the characters you want by being free to play. She hitting you with the facts. But guess what? No. I was about to say, guess what though? In Wuthering Waves, I could get quite a few characters free to play. I have a Lunite subscription. I don't know how far I'd get if I didn't have that Lunite subscription. Man. Are you speaking from experience? No. I knew right from the start that it would be a futile effort to be free to play. That's why I started spending money right away. She ain't speaking on experience. She's speaking because she know better. I mean, ain't that the same thing? In this case, no. Shut up, Destroyer. Right. Wait a minute. Wait, you're not innocent either. You play gacha games too. Yui-chan wasn't going to wait for me until her next banner. I know that. I'm telling you, they're just two halves of me. Shoma and Makoto. In this alternate universe, for some reason, I live in Japan. And for some reason as well, I split into two. And for some reason, the other half of me is female. We move, though, because cute. Anyway. And I'm guessing you also spend on duplicates so you could max her out. No. That can wait until her next banner. I know that feeling. Like, oh no. We don't have that kind of money here. I'm sorry. We don't do that here. But Ai-chan, on the other hand, okay. Makoto, you truly are the darker half of me. I be coming to that thought process sometimes. Stop. My fragile college student finances are crying out in vain right now. Oh, they're just like me for real. They're just like me. Because, dude, I kid you not, I hear about like money like going down the drain. Ooh, my soul hurts. I heard $400 for like
Okay, Super Sentai, they do these Memorial Edition for their toys, but they're more or less for the adults apparently. I heard for Shinkenger, they just released the Memorial Edition for the sword. Now, the Super Sentai toys be highly priced enough as it is for me. Okay? Be like 50. No, not even 50. 50 is putting it nicely. They be like 80. They be like 80. I think I got my King Ulger at $80. Luckily, I got my Boom Boomger changer at like 20. It was like a sale or something going on for Amazon. I have no idea. But point is, dude, the Shinken Maru, that's the sword from the Memorial Edition. That's the sword from Shinkenger, if nobody knows. But Shinken Maru, I apparently costed somewhere near $400. I heard it costed $400. My soul wept, dude. My soul gone. So I know this feeling. These two are literally just two halves of me. The darker half of me is willing to spend money on whatever it takes for like certain characters that I'm a fan of. Shoma, he can stop somewhere. He's financially right. That's the lighter half of me. The lighter half of me is financially correct. The other half of me, completely financially inept. Not completely, at least. I barely have enough to support my favorite VTubers as it is. Yup, he just like me for real. Hey, think about yourself first. You don't need to donate in every stream or buy every single piece of merchandise to show your support. That is also true. Many of them would be happy just with you showing up and listening in. Well, it's not like I'm missing out on meals because I'm spending money to support them. I just want to be able to support them whenever I can. Honestly, the support I give isn't nearly enough as what VTubers have given me. All the meaningful experiences I've had, as well as just having a place I can go to for comfort, that isn't something I can just put a monetary value on to repay. Kagurazaka seems surprised. Did I make that too personal? I guess most people would be creeped out that I spend a lot of my money on VTubers. I wouldn't say creeped out. I think you would have put me in a coma if you told me the exact amount of money you spend on VTubers. Bro, I be seeing $100 donations, $1,000 donations. Ooh. And I see them and I just think, my soul. my wallet, credit card, whatever, it's just connected to my soul. And that's what's hurting, my wallet connected to my soul. I just hearing, ooh, how much money did you spend for that? Oh, no. I'm sure those VTubers feel the same way. What do you mean? That you've also provided something for them that they feel is undeserved or that they won't ever be able to repay. Really? But I mainly lurk with the occasional chatting here and there. I figured I would just be another number to them. That's not true at all. I'm startled by the abrupt shift in her tone. Viewers aren't just a number to VTubers. They might not know every single name of their supporters, but the connection that VTubers form with their viewers is meaningful. Okay, did a writer for this game interview a VTuber for this? Cause I'm just wondering, like, was the writer a VTuber? Did they have a VTuber behind the scenes for this game? Cause I'm just saying, man. I refuse to believe that the community they've built together is something that can just be described as a statistic or a way for the VTuber to collect a paycheck. Thinking about it, it's not too uncommon to hear that content creation is just a job to VTubers, and that you shouldn't get too attached to them. That is true. It's not too uncommon. You will hear that a lot. But Kagurazaka is right.
There's no way that the relationship can be described like that. No, you're right. I don't believe that either. I can't fully describe the feelings I have about that connection, but I'm sure that it isn't as shallow as being a statistic. That's something funny about hearing being a statistic. Oh, casual geographic, that's why. Kagarazaka seems to have calmed down. Sorry for getting angry. She was mad? I forgot. I'm either ranting or reading what they're saying, and I don't get enough time to process that they're mad. I done forgot. Oh, the downside to deciding to do a visual novel for a game. Not doing a visual novel for a game. The downside to playing a visual novel for me. Oh no, I didn't really process that. Like, you see the amount of times I had to go back and read this stuff? It's alright. Honestly, I'd rather you have your own beliefs that you're passionate about than be passive and agree with everything I say. Nobody likes a yes man. Remember that. Remember that, alternate universe destroyers. Nobody likes a yes man. That gets annoying. Ask Homelander. He terrified everybody to be a yes man. Everybody on Homelander's team, he terrified them all into being yes men. And got mad at them for it. No, I don't watch The Boys. I just know, I keep up with enough with it to know at least what's going on in the circle. I know the surface level stuff. I would never watch The Boys. Anyway, I've had interactions where it's obvious that the other person just goes with the flow of whatever I say and doesn't have all that many thoughts of their own. I get that sometimes they just want to come off as nice, but I don't feel like the conversation goes anywhere. That's why talking with Kagarazaka feels like a breath of fresh air. Understood. I'll proceed to push all my beliefs onto you from now on. Yup, my favorites. Please don't. I still have some hope for this world. Albeit only slightly, but still. Don't. Albeit only slightly, but I still don't want my outlook to become as bleak as yours. You got that one real depressed friend. Come on, I've told you. I prefer to say that I have a more realistic view. She did say that. And besides, look at me. I managed to... What is loading? What was my computer loading that made me Abby do that? Anyway. And besides, look at me. I managed to smile through the pain every day. Your bags under your eyes are crazy, girl. Seeing as how you're able to joke around, I can tell you're doing a great job. Yeah, I guess. True. We both laugh after realizing how silly our conversation has been. I did say before that I'd try to support VTubers when I'm financially able. But if there's no one pain I'm unable to smile through, it's that I missed out on Mana's half-year anniversary merchandise. I've never gotten a VTubers merch. I know. That's taboo, man. I've never gotten a VTubers merch before. I want to. I do have a VTuber Oshi, and I want to get their merch so bad. But I'd be like, money. I'm broke. I can't, not right now. I need something else. Like, for instance, y'all can't see what I just picked up. Why did I pick it up? Like, for instance, I needed an SDD. I needed a storage drive. Well, needed that. One of these days, I will get that VTubers merch though. Anyway. That haunts me every day. You mean the playmat, acrylic stand, keychain, and postcard? Yeah, I was able to get everything later from third-party sellers, except the limited hand-signed postcard. Nobody's giving that up. If it's hand-signed, nobody's giving that up, buddy. I mean, there are people who would buy a hand-signed thing and then decide to double the price and sell it off somewhere. But I believe there are far more people that would keep that hand-signed letter postcard, because Hey, I'm doing that. That's the family heirloom at that point. That doesn't exist for sale anywhere. Legitimate ones, at least. I could give you one, if you want. Huh? I have one I could give you. One what? You playing dumb or something? Whoa, to be fair, what the heck? You just dropped this kind of knowledge? You dropped that you got this kind of merch? The unsigned postcard. I have an extra one laying around that I can give you. Who just has an extra limited time one? Hold on. Let me lock in for this. Who just has an extra limited time hand-signed postcard from one of the biggest VTubers just lying around? There we go. I guess you could call me a big fan. Do you want it or not? Well, of course I want it. But I can't just take it for free. That's okay. I don't need your money. Are you low-key trying to flex on me? Oh no. She making that money, got stacks. Get your paper up. And the wise words of my goat Gojo. You know which Gojo I'm talking about. If you understood that reference, you know you got elite ball knowledge, okay? Get your paper up. Anyway. Instead, you can get on your knees and beg for it. Okay, then. Okay, that's totally worth it. Shoma! Start to fold my knees and lower myself to the ground. Oh my Shoma! Oh, we've been here for a while. 2 hours and 31 minutes. Anyway. Wait, stop! Don't actually do it! I react with laughter at her instant response. I mean, he was gonna do it. I think that's the first time I've seen you flustered. Alright, maybe I should just throw the postcard in the trash. Wait. Please, I'm sorry. I hope you are. Anyway, I actually have to get going soon. I know you have nothing else to do tomorrow, so let's meet up somewhere in the afternoon. That way, I can give you the postcard. And you also promised to let me borrow your manga volumes. That can be how you repay me. They did talk about the manga volumes. I'm telling y'all, I am paying attention. The Jump manga? It's not the Jump one. Is it the Jump? No, it's not the Jump one she wants. No, it's like the Heroes of the Skies? Yeah, Heroes of the Skies. I pull out my phone to check the time. I actually have to get going soon as well. I can't miss Mana's stream tonight. Anyway, but yes, what's saying this be a spoiler? I feel like if you have a brain, or at least one brain cell, okay, maybe 2 brains, 3 brain cells. I feel like if you have 3 brain cells, you could put 2 and 2 together at this point, but I know, bruh. I know. I know. I don't know the whole story, because I'm going into this game 99% blind. I just know. They sort of make it obvious, but I don't mind that they made it obvious. But still, just letting you borrow manga for that postcard doesn't sound like a fair trade. You're right. I'll throw in some money as well. No! As much as I would like some extra money, I still want to repay you back somehow in the future. Fine. If it's just for the sake of making yourself feel better, then sure. Anyway, give me your contact, so I can tell you where to meet. Oh, sure. We perform a quick exchange of contacts. I'll message you tonight. Alright, sounds good. Will this be your first time messaging a girl? No, Shoma! I'll have you know that I have a loving older sister that takes every opportunity to check up on how I am. Shoma, that's not a flex. I see. How sweet. Shoma, that wasn't a flex though. I guess to answer my question. Oh no, Shoma, that ain't no flex. Okay, let's go. Oi! Don't just leave after making a jab like that. She's already walking away. We catch up to her and we make our way out of the park. Back the way we came. The light breeze and ample greenery make for a pleasant atmosphere as we walk through the trail. Maybe I should go outside more often. I'd be like, me too, I'd be like, maybe I should go outside more often. Then I remember, this ain't ever happening to me, so the flark I'm out there for. Like, this ain't never happening to me. Why? I don't talk to people like that. I don't need to be out there. Not for real. The faint bustle of the town and sounds of our footsteps are the only things we hear as we make our way down the street. This doesn't feel like one of those awkward silences where one of us feels like there has to be an ongoing conversation. This is a comfortable silence. Even though Kagurazaka asks a lot of questions and can carry on a conversation, she doesn't particularly seem like an outgoing or extroverted person. Definitely not. I can tell that she can appreciate this type of silence as much as I do. She seems to be the type of person who spends a lot of her time thinking about stuff. So maybe times like this are nice for her to reflect. I glance over at her. Yup, seems like she's lost in thought. I still don't have the slightest idea of what goes through her mind, even after talking with her more today. Honestly, that might be for the better, both in terms of the content of her thoughts and that she can keep me on my toes. Yeah, I couldn't read that last part. I don't know why. I'm snapped out of my own thoughts when Kagurazaka makes a sudden stop. This is the direction I have to go. She points to a branching path on the road. Oh, I go straight from here. Guess I'll see you tomorrow then? Yeah. Don't miss me too much and start messaging me like crazy. I have some stuff to do tonight. Ha! How conceited of you to think that I would possibly want to text you over watching Mana's stream. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want you missing out on her stream. She turns to leave and walks away quietly until she's out of sight. Did she look sad because of what I said? I just thought she would bounce back those kinds of jabs without a problem. Maybe I'm just an idiot who has no idea how to talk to people. Why do I do this? Now I want to apologize if I said anything out of line. But she told me that she'll be busy tonight. I don't want to seem like I'm being pushy. She did also tell me that she'll message me on where to meet tomorrow. I guess I'll wait until then. I take a deep breath and make my way home, with an all too familiar feeling in my mind. I really do hate myself. And that is where we're done. Where we're ending. That's where we're ending all of this. Quick save complete. Thank you. Save game. Doing it again. Yeah, put that right there. Saving game. Mark that down. March 17th, 6:50 a.m. Yes, I recorded this 6:50 a.m. To the title. Ikuzo. This was fun, bruh. I guess we're expected to go into the game knowing who Mana is. Extra? What's extra? Gallery? Gallery? Music? Ooh. Oh, cool. Doki. Doki. I do not remember hearing this music. Okay, maybe I do. Okay, maybe I do. Oh, gallery. So there's like 5. I can't count now? It's like 5. Oh, I could just have that playing? Cool. There's like 5 cinematic shots. I don't know. Anyway, yes, I'm looking here to see if they actually had like a VTuber on here or some VTuber assets. Wait, maybe this a little bit of a spoiler, not too much. I mean, now all I know now is that there's VTuber assets, so that means they did some real VTubing thing in here. I wonder where that's gonna be, but anyway, this so far. Obviously, I'm gonna play this again. I don't know when. I'm probably gonna record the rest of this. Probably later today. Or later tomorrow night. This was great. Honestly, if I was gonna play more visual novels, this would be why I would play more visual novels. I'm gonna play more visual novels. I have like another one ready to go. I haven't gotten into it yet, but I am going to play another visual novel after this one. But without further ado, I cannot believe I read for an entire 2 hours and 40 minutes. I am gone.